And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh, yes. Got a good one lined up today, like usual. And I want to show you these connections. This is crazy. I'm going to tell you what. I think about 5 years ago, I was saying like this whole crypto market's going to like just crash and dump. And that's why starting about 3 years ago, I started buying gold because I knew it. I knew gold would go up first. The crypto would go later. So that's why I didn't put everything. People are like, oh, you should just be buying. I'm gonna live on a couch somewhere and just stock up on crypto. And dude, if you get gold first, because gold's gonna go up first. That's why I bought all the gold. I had like 8 times more gold than cryptocurrency at one point. But then the crypto price started going up. Now it's about 1 to 1 or whatever. But I'm the only, as far as I'm aware of, there's almost no crypto people that are gold heavy like myself. That's one of the draws why people that they call gold bugs or whatever like the channel is because my gold at one point was worth 8 times. For every $1 in crypto, I had $8 in gold. These other people, no other programmer like that. I was saying all this is going to dump. If you have gold as your backup, that's going to help you get through hard times. Because the crypto prices just, and I told you, are going to dump. Now, that's good for people just getting in right now. Or if you're a person that has enough gold, then it's buying time for you because discount price. People right now that are getting crushed are the ones that don't have gold or precious metals like silver. They're getting destroyed, figuring out, oh shit, if something happens, how am I going to pay bills? I got one guy just told me already, he got laid off or whatever it was, and he had to sell crypto to pay bills. I already saw that coming 5 years ago. So I kind of started stacking gold 5 years ago, but not really a whole lot. Just recently, about the past 3 years. And then about a year ago, I dumped in, and it took me about a year and 4 months to pay it off. Put it on credit cards. That's what I do. Not a big deal. Paid $1,500 interest and gained, I don't know. I'm not going to say how much, but I'll tell you the minimum amount, 20, 30 grand just in gold alone. So fuck it, dude. What's $1,000 when I can make 30 to 40 grand? So that's how I do. You could do however you want to. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. Don't know anything about financial advising at all. This show, I'm heavy gold, then silver, then XRP. This show, don't listen to anything on it. It's a total lie. The worst financial advice you could ever get on this program. There you go with that. Let's take a look. Man, there's some stuff going down. Tonight's show, I possibly have a very, very connected crypto, and it's got deep industry connections, major players in it. It's a cheap price. I'm taking a look at it right now to see if I even want to talk about it. I'm not sure how I'm going to position this crypto. But now is a very good time. The government's getting set up. If you don't have your Crypto Hulk lawyer, look down below the screen. The Crypto Hulk lawyer. You have the Kalen Brown link. Now we're going to talk about something interesting. I want you to see something right here. Look right there. Hoo-wee. No, not the picture. Cftc, the Commodity Future Trading Commission, launches. You're not going to. This is massive right here. This shows me, hey, I'm on the right track. Whenever the shit takes off, it does. I'm not tripping at all. Whatever. I'm buying crypto for super duper cheap. And that's just how it goes. I'm getting positioned. The commodities, like, you know, the SEC, well, this is the commodities version of it. The Commodities Future Trading Commission. There's Caroline Pham. She launches digital assets pilot allowing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC as collateral. Everybody, I'm telling you what, this is a pilot program. Oh my God. What they're allowing you to do is this, basically, is use crypto to buy commodities. Ta-da, there you go. And I'm like, whoa. This is what I'm saying. It's coming in. The crypto Hulk, why are the prices so low? Why do you sound like a fucking dumbass? That's just how it is. I don't know. I told you 5 years ago, all these crypto prices would dump right near the end, and they might dump all the way down even more. I'm not concerned. I know where this ends up. We all know where it ends up. Acting Chair Caroline Pham has unveiled a first of its kind, a United States program, here we go, to permit tokenized, that's crypto, collateral in derivatives markets, citing clear guardrails for firms. They are now allowing you to use now here's it. It always starts with a Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? And it's going to allow crypto, and in the future it's going to be payments cryptos that act like money. But I'll tell you what, it could be anything. Well, they'll figure it out. I don't have all the answers. I'm not trying to play Zoltar. We already have one of those on the channel. This is how it all starts. Utilizing cryptocurrency to buy derivatives. Oh, shit. The CFTC has launched a pilot program allowing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USD Circle to be used as collateral in U.S. derivative markets. Now, that's very, very interesting. This is what we've been waiting for. When you can use crypto to buy your groceries, to buy your gasoline, to buy your derivatives. I mean, so this is where it goes, everybody. Remember what I said. They get rich first, then you. Okay? Now that's starting to look exactly right, isn't it? All the shit I've been saying from 5 years ago, crypto prices are going to dump. I was even saying, XRP is going to be 20 cents again, and I'll back the truck up. See, that's when I'll back the truck up. I already bought all my XRP I need at 15 cents to about 27. You got these dumbasses on social media. Yeah, I'm backing the truck up. XRP is $2. Hold on, let me suck your dick for a minute. Man, I was buying that shit. I backed the truck up at 20 cents. I was like done almost at 25 cents. These dumbasses, it's $2. And you're watching that dumb shit. I'm like, wow, these people. The program is aimed at approved future commission merchants and includes strict custody, reporting, and oversight requirements. Oh my God, everybody, it's coming. The agency also issued updated guidance for what? Tokenized assets and withdrew outdated restrictions. You know what outdated restrictions are? When the Democratic Communist Biden administration and his dick-sucking loving friend, Gary Gensler, came in and shut everything down for 4 years. Jay Clayton had his hand in this too. He was a Republican appointed SEC commissioner, Jay Clayton, who started all this lawsuit shit in 2020. Trump didn't do a thing. Trump let him. So don't think I'm just picking on the communist Democrats. Although most of the time I am, and I don't care. If you don't like it, get off the fucking channel. The Commodities Future Trading Commission on Monday launched a pilot program allowing select digital assets to be used as collateral in U.S. derivatives market. Now, that's very interesting. The program announced by acting Chair Caroline Pham is part of a broader push to give market participants clear rules for using tokenized collateral, including tokenized versions of real-world assets like U.S. Treasuries. Here's what she says. Today, I'm launching a U.S. digital assets pilot program for tokenized collateral, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, in our derivatives markets that establish clear guardrails to protect consumer assets and provides enhanced Commodity Future Trading Commission monitoring and reporting. For now, the program applies only to future commission merchants, FCMs, that meet that requirement. Notice the rich, remember, everything I say in this program, like, I don't know, 99% comes true. I don't have a date. I don't have a timeline because you're asking way too much at this point for a free fucking show, right? This show's at $10, it'll go to the $5, then it'll go to the freebies, right? So as a free show, you're expecting to know all this kind of shit. Like, you got to get a reality check, folks, okay? That's some fucking stupid ass shit when you think like that, all right? I said the people at the top will get rich first. You ain't getting rich for them. We ain't getting rich before them. This will be for FCM, Futures Commission Merchants. So how all this works is the governments of these countries get hooked up first with crypto. We've seen all that. Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Singapore. Crypto Hawk's the only channel showing you how this fucking shit's going down. And again, I don't have dates and timelines of when the green light day happens. All I can do is show you how they've been putting it all together, and I can show you cryptos that are part of it. We're going to go over that today. There's a crypto I believe you have to be an accredited investor to buy. I'm not sure. I've gone over it, I think, a while back, but this thing, what they do is they have these crypto platforms that kind of like go bankrupt or whatever, but then later they come resurrected. That's why I'm not selling off any crypto that I have that I believed in that's having hard times. I just hold it. Don't be like me, but when I see a crypto with like 30 fucking partners and all of a sudden, oh, it's not doing good, I hold that shit because I know. I've seen this movie over and over where these crypto projects that just kind of disappear. Nobody's talking about All of a sudden they come back, somebody buys them out, and they do a coin merge like LTO into whatever else. It goes into something else. Like I've seen that before. So it's kind of like a test net, and they let it sit for a while, kind of like Codius thing or whatever. So when I buy certain ones, I just let it sit. There's no way solid rock cryptos just go to shit. There's no fucking way unless they plan it that way. So the way I work, that's what I've seen. There's so much hide and go seek and peekaboo and shit in crypto. Once I lock onto something like a laser guided missile, I just hold it. Because there's no fucking way you get IBM and all these motherfuckers get involved in a project and all of a sudden the crypto project goes away. No, it doesn't. No. Something's going to happen. That's how these people do this shit. So this is what's going on. We got the Genius Act coming in. You got Congress. I'm telling you what, below the channel is the Crypto Hog Law Firm. If you're crypto, remember, look, I'm telling you what, it's not how much you buy. You could buy $3 gazillion worth of crypto. It's not how much you buy, it's how much you keep. And when you get that in your head, you're like, oh, shit. See, because what you're going to do is you're thinking you're going to go out and buy all this shit, and the government's going to come in and take it all from you and be like, oh, man, I should have had the law firm protect my shit. Yes, that's what's going on. But what you're going to do is get in that broke mentality and go try to buy. You think the more shit you buy, the richer you're going to be? That's not right. It's the more you keep is due to the protection that you have. Get that in your head. Like if you had 10 grand, Don't just spend all 10 grand on crypto and be like, well, okay, later I'm going to get a law protection. They're going to take your shit. When you get the Crypto Hulk package at the law firm down below the video, the law firm wraps up your crypto. They go petition the court, and it goes through the court system, and you have a legally binding LLC, and your crypto is protected. So, but what you're going to do is just spend all your money on the crypto. Then later, the government will take it away from you, and you'll be standing there like a broke bitch. Then you'll have to go to that Costco, like I was telling you about, stand in the parking lot, hold a sign that says, I will suck dick for XRP. And your family, well, if they even stick with you, they're going to look all bummed out and broke and poor and shit because you fucked up as a leader, as the non-leader of the family that you wish always to have but never will. That's how this game goes down, okay? You think these government people, they're all lawyers. You think they're going to let you keep your fucking crypto? You're high as fuck. I'm just sorry to tell you, but that's reality. The earlier you figure this shit out, the better, okay? Well, my government's going to let me be rich. I'm just going to buy. I don't need to get any law protection. Fuck that shit. That's a lot of money. I'm just going to buy all the crypto. Go ahead and do that. Because we're going to laugh at your fucking ass later. No one's going to give you a fucking dime, okay? That's how this goes. We've been telling you all this time. We got the Caleb Brown for Fireblocks protection. We got the law firm. And then you got Crypto Hulk to find all this evidence here, which we're going to get into now. Crypto Hulk, what cryptos do you think are going to be involved in this, what Caroline Pham is proposing? Well, we got to look here first at zinfin.org because we got a little deep dive that's coming right now. 46 JD MA. There he is, the gardener. Cold plunge, meth salt. Oh my God. How do you think I'm so awake during that cold plunge? Keeps me all, ooh. It's all the meth. Oh, yeah, every day. I've had the Crypto Hulk channel 5. I forgot to give this a legal disclaimer. I've had the Crypto Hulk channel 5.5 years. Every single day, I stay high 24/7. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, you name it, Demerol, barbiturates, anything, speed, ecstasy, date rape, drugs, all that stuff. Zoltar gets these drugs from his stripper girlfriend who drives Uber, and she's also like 18 inches tall. We get all these drugs and shit like that and just smoke out constantly for the past 5.5 years. So that's where you get your financial advice from. Okay. Now that I've made that very clear, you got the zinfin.org. And if you look closely where it says get XDC, XDC, the currency of Zinfin. Now we're going to stop there. Zinfin. And let's go next, because we're going to talk about Zinfin. That's going to be China. You're going to see roots to China. Now, Zinfin, they try to say they're Singapore. I'm going to show you it's really China. Whoops. I'm going to do a copy paste. So you can look through that website with the Zinfin later if you want. Let's do a copy and a paste. Because I'm going to show you what crypto is really behind a lot of these derivative stocks, bonds, stuff. Now, here is the zinfin.org website, and it looks very kind of scary. Now, this is interesting, because I just showed you a zinfin.org page here, the XDC network. And now we have another zinfin.org page. And it looks kind of scary, huh? Shows a picture of the sun illuminating the night. We're seeing different pictures of like owls or a deer over there. Rooster. We're seeing a ram. Oh, ram. And there's a computer and like some kind of swan. And there's some of these plants. You never know. They hide. These plants hide stuff. You see another picture of a bird type animal here. And it's almost kind of like a dark little picture here with some animals. I know it's not just a nature scene. This means something here. The lady's holding a cell phone in her right hand. XDC network is an enterprise grade open source blockchain protocol and Ethereum virtual machine compatible chain with smart contract capabilities. This is the website. And they got, look at their partners, Securitize. Oh my God. Stasis, Anchor, Archax. These are all Ripple partners too. Fireblocks is a partner. Oh, damn. YieldTech, Plug and Play, Real World Asset.xyp. XYZ, we talked about that crypto. This is massive right here. And they got this goat, or maybe it's some kind of a donkey, or I don't know what the fuck this animal was, a deer, a doe. And then there's this doorway opening to the light. This all means something. And I don't got time to get into figuring it all out, but they're trying to send a message. Now, I have a web page here of Zinfin. Who is it says who is the team? Let me take a little screenshot. And I'm going to put that on my post page. Okay, if you go to my page where it says post, what we have here is an 8-year-old XDC page. Zinfin.org is not a team. It's building a community. It says or team, should be our, but see, this is because it's Chinese. Okay, let me tell you something here. This is where the Chinese come in. I already showed you Ripple China and all that stuff. The XMM, the automated market, the AMM, Ripple's automated market maker, came out of China with Justin Sun and all that stuff. I'm showing you this. This is Chinese based, this Zinfin shit, this XDC crypto. Because remember, Vitalik Buterin was mixed in all with the Chinese in the Wang Zhang computer, whatever it was. Vitalik Buterin was the chief scientist for the Chinese government in the Wang Zhang computer shit they had going on over there. This is all mixed in with the Chinese. You won't hear this on any other channels because they're afraid of having their channel throttled, censored, or whatever. I'm 5.5 years past giving a fuck, so that's why I show it on my channel. For real. Zinfin is not a team. It says or team is composed of, should be our, O-U-R, but it's O-R. That's Chinese do that kind of shit, okay? And I'll show you at the end, right after this. You can look on my, let me see if I can show the actual page. Hold on a minute. These little bastards. Let me post this. I'm going to post this, copy. I'm going to put this on my post page. Give me 30 seconds. I want everybody to see what Crypto Hulk has got to show you about XDC crypto. Click on that link. I put in there, XDC is really Chinese. Look right there. So now I showed you two posts. Or team. They meant our team is composed of entrepreneurs, ex-bankers, ex-government officials. Oh, shit. Who are all on a mission to deliver blockchain to solve real problems. Let's look down below. Zinfin Foundation is a nonprofit. How is it? You notice something here? Like Ripple Labs or whatever is all this nonprofit organization shit. All these, it's not just Ripple, it's these cryptos that are, that's how you know the government's involved when these cryptos are nonprofit. How the fuck, right? How the fuck do you, like with Ripple Labs and shit, they just give the control over the XRP Ledger Foundation. They just give it to the world, right? Ripple Labs giving the Interledger protocol to the internet in 2014. Like, how, why, whoever in what universe gives away the keys to the kingdom like that, unless it's the government trying to get everybody on a system. This is where all the other channels fail, okay? They fail to see all these connections that Crypto Hulk has for you. Zinfin is a nonprofit that liaises. When you're a liaison, it means you're a go back and forth person. They liaise with governments of the world to help bridge the infrastructure deficit. XDC is a nonprofit, the Zinfin with the XDC crypto. It's like this nonprofit company that works with governments to bridge infrastructure. What? And this is like 8 years ago, just saying, when they first started. This is a government project, everybody. I've been telling you for like, I don't know, 5.5 years that this Ripple XRP shit is the government. I've been showing you with evidence for 5.5 years. No other channel. Our focus, here's what XDC, the Zinfin Foundation says, the XDC network. Our focus is to work with governments, what? And enable lowest cost infrastructure. See, here's how you know it's also Chinese that wrote this. Now, if it was English, okay, our focus, and no one, English doesn't use the word liaise. We don't use that. So that's some kind of Singapore Chinese English going on. These words here, Americans don't use this shit, okay? Our focus is to liaise. We don't use that. It's like a French kind of, no, it's like old school shit from the 50s in Europe or some shit. How it should read is our focus is to work, collaborate with the governments. Now, what's interesting is why is the G for governments capital? Oh, yeah, Crypto Hulk, that's true. Why is the G capital? This is Chinese, okay? Ripple China shit. Our focus is to liaise with the governments. Why would you put an S on the end of that? It's to liaison with government or governmental bodies. So this is all, that's how you know, okay? To enable lowest cost infrastructure? No, to enable the lowest cost. So these are all the signs. These are all the signs. I mean, I have an English degree, so I pick up on shit, all right? And I'm looking at this like, American didn't write this. No. This is not an American paragraph at all. Not on this planet. So that's what we're seeing here. And then if you look at the Zinfin picture I just sent you, the photograph, oh, look here. What flag do we have on the cover of the whole page? Now, some of the dumb people out there are going to say, but Crypto Hog, Zinfin's a Singapore company. Yeah, you fucking asshat. Don't you know who runs Singapore? Go back to sucking dicks. Quit leaving comments on my channel, okay? Go back to sucking dicks. When you look at this Zinfin right here, do I see the Singapore flag going across the whole entire web page? Well, no, you don't, Crypto Hog, but shut the butts up. Shut your butt up. I'm looking at Zinfin here, dumbasses of the world that say dumb shit to Crypto Hog. We're looking at fucking Zinfin. Very clear. Xinfin. Looks like Zinfin to me. And what do we have here? Oh, Zinfin works with senior executives at financial firms to help them, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And what flag? What fucking flag do we see going across the whole entire website? The Chinese fucking flag. Well, Crypto Hog. But I looked it up, Crypto Hog. It says it's Singapore. Would you shut the fuck up with that shit, these dumbasses? It's fucking Chinese, man. Don't you even fucking know? China runs that whole fucking area. The reason Thailand is because the Chinese are using Thailand as a fucking buffer, okay? And all these little countries, the Philippines, China's running all that shit. These are all buffers, so if China gets invaded in that area, these other countries are like roadkill, okay? That's what China's using them for, making them think that it's their country. All China does, you say some shit, that any of these little countries, these little Vietnamese, all these, they're like meat shields, like a meat shield, right? That's all these countries are to China. One of them, just say some shit to China, China's going to come in and smoke them, okay? That's how the shit works. Stuart Lavelle, I'm in Singapore right now, just landed. Oh my God, he's listening to the Crypto Hulk Show while he's traveling. Now, we're going to get into XDC. Let me check something here. You got XDC. I got two of these reports. This report provides a comprehensive analysis of the XDC network. Okay, so the CFTC has a pilot program, and I asked Grok to do a deep dive. This report provides a comprehensive analysis of the XDC network and the token, focusing on its potential in facilitating digital asset ecosystems like the CFTC's pilot program for using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USD Circle as collateral in derivatives trading. This Grok deep dives that article and is telling us that there's a very high, strong possibility of the XDC network being involved in that whole process, okay? While the CFTC does not mention XDC and R3 and shit like that, XDC's integration position it as a key facilitator for settlement and interoperability in related token asset systems. DTCCs. Now we go into the DTCC. Let's look at this. DTCC's Project Ion. Here's this. Here's why this is important. Every trade, here's why I'm showing you this. Every trade that goes through the CFTC goes through the DTCC. So imagine this. There's your evidence there. Read this article. The DTCC has something called Project Ion. Go down a couple lines. It says right here, the DTCC has selected R3 Corda. Let me repeat this. The DTCC has selected R3 Corda as the underlying technology for the Project Ion platform. So now let's go back to my deep dive. The Commodities Future Trading Commission. Every trade that happens has to go through the DTCC first. The DTCC is this organization that's made up of all the stockbroker companies, all that stuff. I'm not an expert in this area. I'm summarizing what I've read. So if you're around the world in a lot of these countries, the DTCC works, I think, with like 20 countries in the world or so, 20 or 30. So the DTCC clears, they make sure it's okay. It's legal, everything's on the up and up and everything. The DTCC handles 30 countries, mainly the 30 richest countries in the world, which pretty much control everything, okay? If you've got 30 countries, stock markets and shit and derivatives trading, if you got control of that, you own like 90% of the world. Like you're richer than the other 150 countries, whatever. You don't need the rest of them. Like if you got the top 30 of the world's countries, you pretty much own 90% of the planet, okay? So that's what Grok is saying, is that this project fits right where XDC Foundation and shit is and the XDC crypto. Grok's saying it fits right in. So that crypto right now is 4 cents. If you're brand new, 4 fucking cents. It used to be 21 cents. So you're getting it at a really, really good discount right now. So for you, low crypto prices are great. If you've been here a while like the rest of us, we're tired of waiting. But if you're brand new, congratulations. It says again, XDC is a key facilitator for settlement and interoperability. There you go. Grok's basically telling you it's this crypto right there. Then what I just showed you, Grok says DTCC's Project Ion platform runs on R3 Corda. Oh my God. Just telling you right now, for tokenized security settlement. And XDC serves as Corda's native settlement token via a dedicated bridge, XRP, through the EVM. Now, let me tell you something. Ripple and R3 used to be partners back in the day. They work together. They need each other. Well, Crypto, which one do I buy? What did I just fucking say? They work together. They need each other. That's your fucking answer, okay? So when they're talking about a bridge, we all know that Ripple's the bridge in the payments world, but what did Ripple create? Side chains, and that's Cosmo SDK. Ripple joined with a company called Persist to create this Cosmo SDK bridge, which are the Ethereum virtual Ethereum side chains on the ledger. That's this bridge they're talking about here. It's involved with XRP. It enables seamless movement of value between permissioned, that's the institutions and government, because XDC started off with government. I already showed you that evidence. Nobody else showed you that. So we're dealing with permissioned enterprise networks and public blockchains. XDC is ISO 20022. Now, XDC Network was launched in 2019 by Zinfin, and then FinTech PTE. That's like Singapore. But here's the thing. We were looking at Zinfin was 2017. We were looking at Zinfin before it even went public. That's what I showed you there. That's what we do at Crypto Hulk. We try to get first mover advantage on stuff, okay? So what we have, it says here, it operates on an open source Ethereum virtual machine layer 1. That's the Ripple sidechains, Cosmo SDK, working with Persist and Tendermint. Cosmo worked with Tendermint, and they made this blockchain. Ripple comes in, made it even better. Just saying, not a big deal. I don't know anything. I'm high as fuck off cocaine and heroin. It lists the founders of this crypto, XDC. Talks about, now, Circle's mixed up in this deep. Vert Capital. You got SBI Hold. Oh, Deutsche Telekom is mixed up with XDC. That's so massive. SBI Holdings, which is Japan, and they're tied in with Japan's biggest bank and Ripple and shit. Like, it's all together with Ripple. They're working together. Brazil is working in here as well. Contour. Now, Contour, oh shit. There's something called the Contour Network. We've gone over this on Crypto Hulk Show. The Contour Network is October 2025. They're mixed in with this. Not a dead project. Contour, unfortunately, they don't have a retail crypto, but they do have a security token you can actually buy. Now, you got to be in a certain country and stuff. I'm going to show you that here in a minute near the end. Contour Network is helping XDC because Contour Network has a security for sale. It's $1. Their security token is $1. And this thing hasn't even taken off, but let me get into that one later. Social media, government. Now, XDC is partnered with Singapore's government. That's a big deal. The Singapore's IMDA for what they call MLETR, Compliant Digital Trade Network, involved in Brazil. It's all, and Australia is mixed up. 4 cents a piece on Caleb and Brown. This is tied into all the stock markets, derivatives markets. I think this is one of the biggest secret cryptos out there. It's never really gone up in price, barely ever. Like back in 2018 or whatever it is, the price was still 4 cents back then. It's like 4 cents today. It just stays the same. Who's involved with XDC? Just SBI Bank. That's a massive bank. HSBC. That's probably one of the top 10 banks in the world. Not a big deal. Their partnership, Standard Chartered. They have Zodiac Custody. They're a Ripple partner. And I believe they use Fireblocks as well. You got BNP Paribas mixed in with this. Citibank. Oh, that's just like the number 2 bank in the world. That's not a big deal either. DBS Bank, ING, Bangkok Bank. the Contour Network for Stablecoin Lab. Contour Network. We'll get into that one in a minute here. Citigroup is mixed in. Trade finance. Digitizes letters of credit, cross-border payments. They have the core to bridge. Supply chain. Corda does a lot of different things. Trade finance and real-world asset tokenization. It also has cross-border payment settlement, supply chain, and DeFi. It does a lot. Enterprise DPIN. We've been learning a lot about that DPIN. Circle, Vert, SBI, Deutsche Telekom, Trade Tech. That's what we're going to get into next. Contour Network and Trade Tech. Now, what happened, let me keep going. There's so many members in this thing. I'm telling you. I can't read off all these groups. XDC. Okay, if the XDC is selected as the key facilitator for the CFTC's digital program, Grok's talking about the price of XDC and where it would need to be. I'm not going to talk hype right now, so I'm going to avoid that. If you like the crypto and you think it has a good value, buy it. But I'm not talking about price, doing targets and all that dumb shit, okay? But XDC, Grok feels it's going to be the one being used there. Talks about Contour again. CME Group. There's some Boston Consulting Group is mixed, and this is big. Broadridge. I'm telling you what, XDC is this sleeping giant. XDC is in. XDC is in with the world's biggest trading companies. I'm seeing this right here. They're dropping names like left and right here. Broadridge, Boston Consulting Group, HSBC. They're all mixed in this. This is the biggest fucking secret of all the cryptos. So we're waiting for XDC to be like fully legally approved to do all this. So that's kind of like they haven't taken that step, I think, on purpose. I think they're trying to keep the price down, honestly. That's the only thing I could think of. XDC's been around forever. So it's kind of like they haven't got that final approval that they needed. And I think that's for a reason. It's what it's showing here. It's not quite legal to be used. We're waiting on laws. I'm telling you what, once these laws come in, that's when this shit takes off. Now, Contour Network. Let's look at Contour Network. It's a blockchain-based platform focused on digitizing global trade finance, such as letters of credit, trade documentation, and settlements. It was originally established as a consortium-backed initiative to streamline cross-border trade. The platform leverages distributed ledger technology initially built on R3 Corda originally. It's supposed to help trade between banks and corporates and trade partners. Now, in October, so this project's not dead. In October 2025, Contour has integrated with the XDC network. Oh, so they wouldn't integrate a dead project, okay? To enhance tokenization, oh shit, here we go, and stablecoin-based settlements, positioning it as a bridge between traditional finance and Web3. This contoured network that's been fucking around for all these years, we went over it about close to a year ago or 9 months ago or whatever it was, a long time ago. We went over contoured network. Now this thing is starting to move into tokenization and stablecoins, tokenizing real-world assets using stablecoin for payment. Oh, now it's all coming to play. For what? Web3. Now it's all coming into play. Now, the contoured network was founded in 2018 by a bunch of major banks. I want you to see how big this is. And there is a token for this. It's a security token, though. It's like buying a stock. It was started by a group of banks in 2018. HSBC, Standard Chartered, BNP Paribas, Citibank, DBS Bank, ING Bank, Bangkok Bank, CTBC Bank. It evolved from the earlier Voltron project, like the Transformer. A proof of concept blockchain. Hold on a minute there, buddy. Kind of working on something here. I'm looking up something that is very important. Voltron became known as Contour Network. Contour does not have a native crypto token. Now, it does have a security token. Later, I'll show you the link where you can buy it. I think you have to be a accredited investor. I'm not for certain. Yeah, Contour temporarily shut down due to funding shortages, but it was acquired and revived. Remember when I told you some of these projects, like this Contour, all these banks are involved, right? And the project just kind of goes bankrupt. Then all of a sudden, some years later, like right about now, all of a sudden, right about now, in October, XTC comes in and takes it over. Very, very interesting. So if you've got some cryptos that had all these projects, that had all these partners, right? Then all of a sudden it just kind of disappears. Hold on to that shit, okay? Because that's exactly what these little fuckers do. They change the name, whoop, and then either add a crypto or keep the crypto, one of those two. So this was just a crypto platform here. And it's so deep. These banks are all into this. Like that XTC crypto is massive. I can't read off all the partners in this. There's a lot, and they're some of the biggest names. Let me get through here. I'm skimming the Contour network, which used to be called Voltron. Finastra is mixed up in this. Wave BL. That's for shipping and all that. In October 2025, XDC takes over Contour and launches Stablecoin Lab, as it's known. Contour is not a crypto with a native token, but a blockchain. This is so connected. I looked up Wave BL, started in 2015. Swift's connected to this. See, Swift is a collaborator. They've had it all worked out. They're trying to make it look like Swift's going away and shit. That's so fucking stupid. All these channels, Swift's going to be taken over. No, the only thing taken over is you by your boyfriend's dick. Stablecoin Lab is a lab launched by XDC. The investment arm of the XDC network. That's XDC Ventures. XDC Labs is integrated into the Contour network. Now let me look here where to get the security token. Tenity. Trade Tech. Here we go. Trade Tech is a fintech platform specializing in trade finance, investment, and distribution, offering software as a service. It was founded in 2016. It connects banks with institutions, enabling the transformation of trade finance. Trade Tech, now we talked about this before. Trade Tech is this crypto platform that was acquired by Silver Birch. Silver and then Birch, B-I-R-C-H, finance. We've talked about this before. Trade Tech leverages blockchain for tokenization, particularly through its TRADA security token. That's T-R-A-D-A security token. It's a stock. It's not just a crypto. TRADA is fractionalized trade finance assets for qualified investors. It is institution focused. So it's not really designed for retail. It's not actually. Let me look through here. But TRADA is a platform that's mixed in with this whole XDC, Silver Birch, Microsoft mixed in. Zinfin is a partner, so it runs on Zinfin, the XDC network, this TRADA security token. TRADA token issuer via XDC Tech. Let me show you this. Now, I got people all around the world that watch this, including accredited investors. So I'm doing this portion of the show just in case some of you guys that watch the show are able to buy this. This security crypto is $1. That's because, you know why? This thing hasn't even really hit the scene yet. That's why it's $1. You're buying in early. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. Dryer Vent Solutions. XDC is running parallel to the current system right now. Once they flip it over, the real utility hits and it will be massive. The signs are all there. if you look closely, thanks Hulk. Okay. Now the Trata token is XDC Tech, and then there's a space, and then it's AG. So you can look that one up right there. Trata token issuer via XDC Tech, and then AG. So that's the company. It integrates with XDC for security tokens. No other native crypto, but enables tokenization of real-world assets and U.S. Treasury bonds. May 2025, Silver Birch acquires Trade Tech. Now, there's something to the Silver Birch company. I haven't deep dived it. We're at the 1 hour mark. So back in 6 months ago, Silver Birch buys Trade Tech. Trade Tech's hooked up with XDC. They have a security token. Trade Tech is a fintech platform, not a pure crypto. Its use case is digitizing trade finance for efficient origination, distribution, and investment. There's a Trata token, TRADA. That's the name of the security token. It represents fractional ownership in securitized trade finance pools, offering liquidity to business, targeted at institutional investors. Now, you're going to have to use a VPN with this. And you got to use like Tether or USDC to buy it, or XDC crypto to buy it. It's $1 per token. If you try to click on the website, it may let you at first, but then it's going to ask you questions, and then it'll probably end up blocking you. So you have to use a VPN. There's certain countries where it allows you to buy it. I could see it at first. Now it blocks me where I can't look at it because it already knows my IP address. But it asks you questions like, are you from any of these countries? And it lists a bunch of these different countries. Then you could get access to this website and stuff. But there's only certain countries that allow you to get in. So the Trata token is a security. It's a security of trade finance. So when a company tries to raise money to ship stuff overseas, that's what this token is about. You're kind of owning a portion of that fund that they create. But again, it's past. I'm not going to discuss what this token is, and it's beyond the scope of my show. It's for institutional investors who invest in trade finance. It's a security. We're not allowed to buy it. So I'm going to stop there and explaining what it is. But some of you guys are accredited investors and will be able to buy this. At this point, it's up to you now on how you're going to buy it. Go talk to your broker. Maybe you can make a deal somehow with another country to get the crypto. It's beyond the scope of this crypto show I have right here. Tonight, 5:00 p.m., I possibly have a pump dump. I'm going to look into it further. It's pretty cheap. It's got great connections, but it looks like it's at its lowest point right now. It's very hammered down. It's got a couple zeros in front of it, but I like the partners of this. It's got like Alchemy Pay. That's sold at Caleb Brown, and that's a crypto Ripple partner, massive Alchemy Pay. And there's other ones. I don't want to say which ones it is, but there's like 10 partners, and like 5 of them are good. Like, let me take a little peek. I won't tell nobody. Let me see. Okay, there's that. You look at their partners here. It's kind of weird. They haven't raised a lot of money, but it's got people in there. I can't tell you who. It's got this one guy that used to be a chief technology officer for a particular country's largest bank. He's working on this project here. You've got people from, let's say, the Ethereum Foundation working on this project. It's big. You got 1, 2, at least 3 cryptos in on this project. The Chinese are involved in a way. I don't want to say what way, but one of the biggest Chinese companies is involved in this as well. And I can't say the other one. You're going to probably want this crypto to put $500 in at least to hold. Let me see if it's pump dumpable. Maybe. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is pump dumpable. Yeah, we could make this thing, if it goes right, this thing can 2, 3, 4, 5x. Absolutely. If you're a $500 person, I'll let you know about 30 minutes before the show. Or so, somewhere around there. And I've got to examine this and run it by some friends and find out where to get it. But it's definitely pumpable. If you're one of those guys that want to buy it and hold it, it's got the connections for it. I'll tell you that. It's still a rather small crypto in a way. Yeah, it's very small crypto. Let me see. How old is this crypto? Boy, jeez. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look back here. I don't like how it kind of looks in a way. It's kind of flat for like a long time. So I got to take a look at it. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Someone told me about it, and I may or may not put it on the show. Yeah, this is something where I got to check it out. But anyhow, that'll do it for right now. It may be a good project or not. I have a feeling it might not be. I can't tell. It's got the players involved and some great people in it. But it just looks kind of strange. I don't want to say how it looks, but I will get back to you later on that. I'll see you later. It's Crypto Hulk. I'm going to cold plunge later. Adios.